Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Workouts for Older Men. I am Skip LaCour. So glad you're joining me here for today's live broadcast. I like to come to you every single day for a little bit of information, inspiration, one little piece at a time, putting this puzzle together for you. A little strategy, help you win this game. This game is winnable. Trying to build muscle, lose that body fat, be healthy and fit now that you're a little bit older. I want to help you put those pieces together, help you crack the code just a little bit of time. So thank you so much for joining this live broadcast. Say hello, post your comments, your questions in the comment section down below. Tell me what you find most valuable about all my social media platforms, all my posts, podcasts, how they're helping. I want to do more of that for you. Hey, in today's short video, I want to talk about your desire to lose that body fat. Most men know that if they lost more body fat, they'd be more happier, healthier, right? The biggest challenge, cracking the code when it comes to nutrition. Most men will readily admit that's their biggest challenge, right? When it comes to being healthy and fit, to losing that body fat. So they're trying to put the pieces together. And one of the pieces that come together is how much activity. Men will say, okay, I need to work out. What's the best weight training routine to lose body fat? Right. The first thing I always try to help you understand is that the majority of your fat loss, keeping it off, losing it, and keeping it off, is in your eating habits, right? So it's not your workouts, it's not your weight training. I don't care if it's push, pull, legs, heavy, light, full body. That's not where you should focus on. It's going to be your eating habits, right? That's the first thing I want you to focus on, all right? When you are trying to lose that body fat. And losing that body fat is going to make you look better. It's going to show the muscle that you have, and it's going to be healthier. So that's so key. And again, it's in your eating habits. I know if you've been around me for a while, you hear me say that over and over again, but it doesn't matter how many times I say it. Men, it's like the last resort after they do all this trial and error with their workouts and their eating and their cardio, right? So you got to understand that this journey, I mean, you might be watching videos, my social media, you might be into it, but most people, they're trying to lose body fat, right? And they're not putting in as much effort as you, right? So when you think of the masses and how to serve the masses, people who aren't quite as dedicated as you got to give them simple black and white directional answers. It's got to make sense to them. Even if it makes sense to them actually incorporating their lifestyle, that's a real challenge, right? So you got to make it so simple, all right? So, most people know I got to watch what I eat. Whether they do it or not, or they put enough importance on it, that's another thing, right? And they know they got to be in this thing called a calorie deficit, right? You got to burn more calories. They generally know the direction to go, all right? But as they create this deficit, all right, what they're putting these factors together. One area that they put too much emphasis on, and it really throws them off. It makes the system too complicated. There's too many variables to solve this equation. Is the activity level, right? So the first thing, if you go on any app and you want to know how much food to eat, hey, congratulations for even taking it that far to even try to figure out how much food you're going to eat, all right? Believe it or not, you're at one step, 1,000 steps ahead of most men. They'll just think about it maybe, and they'll watch what they eat, kind of avoid this food or that food. Don't eat pizza this week or whatever. That's the best that they'll do. You're at least trying to track how many calories, get some idea of it, right? So you go on these apps, and so they ask you all these questions: your height, your weight, your goals. And, check off this box, that box, and they'll ask you your activity level. All right. Do you have a job that you move around, or are you sedentary, right? Do you take your 10,000 steps a day? Do you train? They want to know about all this activity level, leading to a lot of men who have gone this far to thinking that activity level is such an integral part. It's such an important part of how much they should be eating that day, right? It seems to make sense. If I'm burning this much, it must affect how much I eat. Now, let me just tell you, I know that seems like that makes sense, right? Directionally, burn more, eat less. I got to know how much I burn to know how much I eat. You don't need to know that, all right? The next level, if you want to skip all that black and white, make it easy, make it make sense to the masses who aren't going to do anything about it, just leave out all your activity level. I don't care if you walk 10,000 steps a day. Do that. Be healthy and fit. Do it for your heart, right? I don't care if you do this cardio, but don't make your day-to-day decisions on what to eat. Keep that constant, that amount of calories, protein, carbs, and fat. That's going to do by far the bulk of the work. And I don't care if you walk 10,000 steps or you don't do all that, right? But that should not factor this already complicated and challenging to follow through nutrition part. It just complicates it. Do your activity. Will it have an impact? Probably a lot less than you think. Do it for health. Do it for all overall general well-being, endorphins, all those things that exercise brings. But don't bring it over to this already too complicated, too confusing part of nutrition. Your nutrition can stand alone. Leave that variable constant. Don't base it on the activity you did that day or that week. All right? It will work itself on its own. Your metabolism will pick up. It will adjust to what it should if you just work on the eating part. So I know it doesn't sound much. What are you talking about? I don't get credit for my 10,000 steps a day. You do, but don't let it affect your eating habits. Find out what to eat. Be consistent. That will take care of the most. And what you do or do not do in that activity that day, that week, don't factor it in. Just trust me on that. I know it doesn't seem to make sense. Never base, well, today's a non-workout day. I'm not lifting that weight for that 45 minutes, so I'm going to eat 300 calories less. First of all, you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. That's not a sustainable way to look at any of this. You're not going to do it. You're not going to do it 3 weeks from now. I don't care how much sense it makes. And it's not even making that much of an impact as you might think. So just focus on the eating. Get that down. All right. I know it doesn't make sense totally, right? You want to get it for that 10,000 steps. But a system, the way of thinking and doing, it just puts one more variable in that algebraic formula, right? X plus Y equals Z. You need two constants to figure out what the answer is, right? All three can't be variables. You can't wake up and go, how much should I eat? How much should I do this, that? It's already confusing enough, right? So trust me on this one. Do your exercise. That day you did a lot. You did a little somewhere between, but don't let that impact the way you eat. Keep that constant. All right, hey, if you want some more help, right? This and other things. I know most of the information is just to directionally get you right direction. You move more, eat less, do the basics. You're going to look better than most. And I'm sure most of the men who are watching this already look better than most. But you didn't come this far just to come this far. Now you got to kind of know what you're doing. Fill out the questionnaire. Go to talkwithskip.com. Click that link in my bio, talkwithskip.com. Fill out that questionnaire. Text me a picture. Whatever you feel comfortable with is fine. You don't need to take off your shirt. I'm going to read all about you. You're going to get clear on where you are. Maybe you'll be enlightened. Oh, yeah, now that I've straightened this all out. Right? You'll be more certain about what you need. I ask men the first time they talk to me, they reach out, I'll say, right, I already know, right, especially when you filled out the question, I have a picture. I already know what you need. I've been doing this for so long, helped out so many men just like you. It's just new. This part of the journey is just new to you. It's not new to me. All right, I've helped out thousands of men and hundreds in your exact same situation. The body works in certain patterns. You just haven't figured out those patterns yet. And I know you've taken care of your family. This hasn't been your thing yet. All right, but the first question I'll ask is, how do you think I can help you best? I know what I need, but I'm just curious, where are you at now? What have you done in the past? How frustrated are you? What are your goals? Everybody's different. How do you think I can help you best is usually the first question before I come in and explain to you what you need and how I can help you best. Right? So when you fill out that questionnaire, it's going to make you much more clear on knowing what you want and need. Right? I'm going to read that. I've been refining that questionnaire to cut right to it like a surgeon for years. I'm going to be clear. That picture tells you 1,000 words. Again, you don't need to take your shirt off even to do that if you don't feel comfortable. So when we spend time together, I'll be so effective and efficient. 10 minutes, I can set you on the next path. And if you're interested in one-on-one coaching to go on a journey of accountability and knowledge, that's where we start. I don't know if I can help you. I don't know if you, even working with me one-on-one for one session or for 12 weeks, I have no idea until I talk to you. So if you're the type of man who does what it takes to get what he wants, you want to end this confusion, frustration, overwhelm, go to talkwithskip.com, fill out that questionnaire, text me a picture, we'll talk. No charge. We'll assess where you are. All right, so that's going to do it for this Workouts for Older Men Live. Thank you so much for following me on all of my social media platforms. Let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. We have to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.